Okay, looking at this schematic now, what do we see? We see that we have equal highs and equal lows. This is a very strong liquidity pattern. You have to know how to spot this. This you Most people know this as M and W patterns. Yeah, it's the same thing. Equal highs, equal low. It's the same thing as M and W patterns. Some people call it double top, some people call it double top and double bottom. It's also known as double top, double bottom, M and W patterns, equal highs and lows. So this is a very crucial liquidity schematic that you have to understand. The algorithm will always respect this type of liquidity. It's a very strong liquidity, a very strong confluence. So you have to know how to spot this when you are looking at your charts. So basically what market does is that once these patterns are identified, you can see that in this M pattern, you can see that there were sellers, early sellers. People got into the market early and started selling, and of course they made money. But what happened is that market came back. As you can see, I'm using my trend line to navigate. Market came back and swept this liquidity. It swept out those early sellers, people that were selling at that zone. They had their stop loss above those M highs, that double top highs. So what market did is that market came back. No matter how far market goes, it will still come back and sweep the stop loss resting above those M patterns, against those double tops. Yeah. So this is what the algorithm does. It will sweep the liquidity resting above there. Liquidity is stop loss. Stop loss is what? Stop loss is money. So it will come back and sweep the stop loss there, enter into a point of interest. Don't worry, I'll explain what point of interest is. And it kept going down. Same for the buy. They were early buyers. All market did is that market came back, swept those stop loss that was resting below those W patterns, those double bottoms. Yes, the stop loss resting there. Market swept it back. Entered into a point of interest. I'll explain that, and it kept going up. So if you can spot this, if once you are doing analysis and you can spot these double tops and double bottoms, is a very key confluence of liquidity that markets will always come back to sweep. So you have to watch out for this. Okay, moving on to inducement liquidity. Inducement liquidity is always the liquidity below or above a point of interest. This IFC is going to be your point of interest. I'll explain more in similar modules. So listen to what I'm saying now, understand what I'm saying. This inducement liquidity, there's always a brief moment of buying, like this one. Take this for example. There was a brief moment of buying below the point of interest. Market didn't get into the point of interest though, so market has to get into the point of interest before sweeping, before mitigating. But you can see it left liquidity, inducement liquidity there, and it still came back and swept it before going up. So this is called inducement liquidity or sell side liquidity. Inducement liquidity or sell side liquidity. So same for a sell. Okay, this is a sell schematic. Now you can see our point of interest is highlighted, and we had this moment of selling. This now, understand that market didn't mitigate this. Market didn't come back to close the orders at this our point of interest. So it kept going down, and there were early sellers in that zone. People started selling because they saw this trend going down. So no matter how far the market goes, it will still come back to sweep. That's what happened. Market came back, took out the stop loss that was resting below this brief moment of selling before going all the way down. So this is just what we know as we can call this buy side liquidity or inducement liquidity. We have equal highs and lows. We have inducement liquidity.